Yes, we can. Fantastic. Hey guys and girls, welcome to 31 Days of Hell 2, episode 27. So I thought it'd be interesting today to talk about a concept that is touched on in Insidious. I believe Insidious 2 specifically, called The Further. So I thought this would be a very interesting topic to discuss. Okay, so I'm going to start with dreams, because it's the easiest way to explain this. So when you go to sleep, we all have an astral body, right? When we go to sleep, our astral body leaves our physical body and wanders off and goes places, you know. Um, that probably explain why our dreams are so random and strange, and sometimes why, you might have the same dream as someone, maybe, or other strange things happen in your dream. But basically, um, the further, the best way to explain it is it's a realm. It's like I guess it's like a kind of spirit world, I guess, or the spirit world, if you want to say that. It's the place kind of, I guess it's the in between, right? Between, if you believe in heaven and hell, whatever you believe in, I guess it's the in between, right? So you go to sleep, your astral body leaves your physical body, which, whether or not you believe it, that's what happens when you go to sleep and you dream. So your astral body could go to the further, and I guess it's kind of like the the world between this world and the dream world. Like when you're dreaming, when you're asleep, the veil between this side and the other side is at its weakest. You know, this explains things like sleep paralysis. That's why it's so easy for like all sorts of spirits and energies and weird, creepy things that shouldn't exist to make themselves known. You know, when we're just waking up, when we just come out of our sleep. That's why some people like see random weird things as soon as they wake up. Um, you know, or sleep paralysis. You know, because the veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. So there's two ways of looking at it. You can look at it as I feel like the camera is really dark. Maybe it's just me. So you can look at it two ways. You can look at it like the spirit world is the further, and your astral body, you know, you can go there when you're dreaming, but it's very dangerous because it's full of like, you know, dead people basically and spirits. So you being there as a living person, it's sort of, you know, it's like you know, spirits will kind of be attracted to you like a moth to a flame. So because you're living and you're going to like a realm where there's just dead people reside. And another way to look at it, I think there's three ways of looking at it. Let me explain the second. So the second way is that spirits that sort of have unfinished business, or spirits that like don't know where they're going, don't have somewhere to go, don't know how to cross over, would maybe get stuck in this realm or be attracted to or find their way to this realm and then sort of wander there. Some maybe forever, maybe for a short while, maybe for however long. Maybe they'll just go there, go somewhere else. Maybe they'll go in between different realms, because I believe, you know, when you're a spirit and a ghost is different. A ghost is usually, that's an earthbound spirit. It's bound to a certain place, usually the place where it died or where it lived, where it grew up, etc., etc. And then you have a spirit which can move around freely. So I believe spirits would could go to the further and could go other places as well. But yeah, so the further is basically a realm with, or the spirit world, I guess you could say, the spirit world where dead people reside, but as a living being, you can go there. You can visit there in your astral form. So either astral projection, if you're skilled enough, or if that comes naturally to you, or through dreams. I just thought this was a very interesting concept to touch on in this video. I did really like Insidious, and I know that all the Insidious films, The Nun and The Conjuring are all linked. It's all the same kind of universe, and a lot of like the paranormal cases in The Conjuring are to do with Ed and Lorraine Warren, the same as obviously, Annabelle as well, and obviously, yeah, the Annabelle movies and Insidious and The Nun, they are all interlinked. It's all a universe that's interlinked. But yeah, so I think also one more thing I'm going to mention before I end this video. I think right as we're about to fall asleep, that veil becomes thinner, so it's easy for such beings to like come from the spirit world into this world. So sometimes that's why, you know, sometimes you might get or receive or have a spirit encounter right before you're about to go to sleep, or right as soon as you wake up. That's when the veil is the thinnest, you know, when you're just about to drift off or when you're just about to wake up. Of course, Halloween as well, the whole energy of Halloween is that's a time of year where the veil between this world and the other world are the thinnest. And that's why, you know, people might have spooky experiences. I mean, you can have a spooky experience anytime, but it's a lot easier, certainly for spirits, ghosts, other sorts of paranormal creatures to sort of bleed through into this world, into our world during this particular time. So I thought I'd explain the concept of the further. This is just my input on it. I do know I did watch a video. I believe it was the two of the directors, or I think it was two of the creators of Insidious, basically describe this concept. Describe, you know, when you are asleep, you have an astral body. That astral body can travel. It can go to the further, which is, I guess you could look at it as either a universe, different alternate kind of universe, but I wouldn't see it that way, or a spirit's world, a realm, which makes more sense and is what it is, literally. And you can go there in your dreams, or if you astral project, you could go there, you could visit there, but it's very dangerous because there are spirits, dead people, and when they're stuck in like it's a place where, you know, time and space doesn't exist, and you're there. Imagine you've got all these spirits that like have been dead for a long time, or don't haven't lived for a while. They may have been wandering there endlessly for what feels like an eternity, and there's a living soul that comes there. So it's very dangerous for us to go there. Even in our astral form, it's very dangerous, because if we're there in our astral form, you know, spirits know a lot of things. They could, whilst you're sleeping, they could, you know, try and take over your physical body, or try and jump into your astral body. Maybe that's possible. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to spook you too much, but it could be possible. I know this as well because I don't know if you remember. I don't know how many of you have seen my weird paranormal experiences dream that I spoke about earlier on in the series, and I mentioned that there was one dream in particular that I had where I was at my mum's place and I was in the living room, I think, or I was near the front door. I came in, the fridge door was open, so I jumped on it and started swinging on the fridge door, and then the back door opened and it was really windy and all the curtains were blowing, and then like a large black woman appeared, and she said, you know, can you help me, you can trust me. I couldn't, and then tried to reach out to my, and I also mentioned in that video that she was asking for a soul. This this is a dream I actually had, and she was asking for a soul, and basically tried to reach out to my hand, but I believe something more powerful basically sucked her back, because as soon as I tried to reach out to her, because I guess, you know, your guard is down when you're dreaming, so there's the potential for, if you have some sort of negative paranormal encounter, it could affect you when you wake up. So as soon as I tried to reach out to her, she tried to reach out to my hand. Her hands got about this close. Think about how close it was. Imagine what would have happened if it would have fully touched. Would I have a different person inside of me, you know? And then as soon as she went to go and touch my hand, she was, the back garden became a portal, and then she was sucked into the portal when the door was closed. You know, that's another way you could look at the further. The further could also be seen as a portal to the spirit world, which I guess you could open whilst you're awake. I guess we kind of saw this in Annabelle 2 as well. But yes, I just wanted to discuss this. I think it's a very interesting topic. If you do believe in the paranormal, ghosts, spirits, this is just something to think about, maybe. Something interesting. But it's not something to be messed with, and I wouldn't take this lightly either. Trust me. Okay, so that was 31 Days of Hell 2, episode 27. So we have, what, 4 more episodes left? We have 4 more episodes left. Because of my devices and my temper, I've only got my phone to use right now. So, so yeah. I was using my iPad, as you know, but now I've just got my phone. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for any pauses, any stutters. I would love to obviously have an edited video, but for now, can't do that. So I'm improvising. I still want to do the series, so I am. Anyway, that was 31 Days of Hell 2, episode 27. And that was me discussing the concept and the definition of the further. It's just been stuck in my head. I've been listening to an Insidious trap remix song where Lorraine says, "Into the further," and it's just been stuck in my head. So that was part of the motivation for today's episode. Anyway, as I always say at this point, happy spooky season, and hope you enjoy Halloween. It's coming up very soon. Very, very